Hey there everyone, this is Michael Dougal with eXp Realty. I am glad you joined me because today is February 4th and I'm going to share with you all the Greater Toronto Area numbers. We're going to look at the average price and then just how that has changed throughout the past few months. And I'm going to let you know how to take advantage of the market, whether you are a buyer or a seller. So I've got some really neat charts that I'm going to share with you. Of course, do subscribe if you get value from this video. And we're going to jump into the first chart here, which shows our Greater Toronto Area numbers. We're looking at a month-by-month breakdown of the sales, active listings, months of inventory, average price, and days on market. And we can see in January there were only 5,636 sales. This was even less than January 2021. So very interesting in the sense we expected to have some more sales because December with just over 6,000 sales. This is lower than every single number in 2021. Of course, due to the very limited inventory and the average price being much higher than what was expected it to be. We can definitely see that from February to June 2021, the market was very active with sales, so it'll be interesting to see what the next month has in store for us. And how many listings are there? Let's take a look at the number of active listings. It is only 4,140. That's in January. The month prior, 3,232. This is very low. I'm talking extremely low. To give you an idea of how low it is, back in January 2021, there was 7,396 active listings. So we're dealing with extremely low inventory, which means that if a property comes up for sale, I expect it to sell very quickly because it's surely going to get a lot of attention and all the neighbors are going to be talking about it, especially after it sells, given that it's going to sell for most likely the highest price on the street. And back, for example, if we look at May 2021, there was 12,253 active listings. So I would definitely expect this number to rise up, especially due to the lockdown restrictions somewhat lifting. This situation is going to be especially good for sellers right now because sellers can sell their home, they're calling the shots, so they can choose to have a later closing date. They can have a closing date of like 4 to 5 months, and that should give them some security and some comfort knowing that when the inventory increases in February and March, they will find a property that they can go ahead and purchase. Next, we'll take a look at the months of inventory, and a lower months of inventory generally means the more of a seller's market it means, meaning that if you are a seller and you decide to list your home for sale, you should expect your property to sell very quickly, very comfortably, with minimal showings, and to likely sell over asking. In fact, over 90% of listings right now in the GTA are selling above their asking price. In January, our months of inventory was 0.73, and this is the lowest point we have seen all the way since March of 2021. Back then it was 0.7 and October 0.79. I'm expecting it to creep up just a little bit, but it should surely be between this number and 1 throughout the course of the year. And looking at average price, this is the biggest shock of all the data that I've seen. It's not that the sales is at an all-time low, it's that we really didn't expect prices to grow even more, and that's what they've done. This is the first time in history in the GTA that we have had our average sale price be higher than $1.2 million. In January, we had a reported $1,242,000 as our average sale price. Back in December, $1,160,000. So this seems to be our new normal, somewhere between 1.15 to 1.2. So what is really driving the higher average sale price? And it would be two things. It would be very limited inventory, so very few listings on the market, and low interest rates. We're seeing demand is very, very high while supply is very low. And here we'll give you some clarity as far as the average price and just how it has changed, because here we're looking at detached properties in the city of Toronto. We can see January 29th, we had a reported $1,895,000, which is 7% higher than what it was back in 2021. So this seems to be pretty common across detached properties, which we'll talk about more so. And then over here, we can see condo apartments. During the week of January 29th, the average sale price was $773,000, up 23% from the price that it was selling for in 2021 at $629,000. And I really am expecting for condos the average price to continue to trend upwards, because what's different now than 12 months ago was that 12 months ago it was very hard to lease out properties. There was not a lot of demand in the rental market, whereas now people can comfortably and pretty easily rent out their investment properties. So more investors are going to be in the marketplace willing to pick up condos. Some of the time they buy in bulk and they're easily renting them out and cash flowing, knowing that they have some stable appreciation. And now we'll look at the days on market. And the days on market means how long it takes for a property to sell once it is listed on the MLS. And we can see the numbers here. here. And in January, we had our average property sell in 13 days. This is pretty similar, actually very similar to the numbers back from September up till now. It's been hovering between 13 to 14 days. Really no surprises since the months of inventory is low and the number of active listings is especially low. Next, we'll take a look at the average price, specifically by property type. So we're looking at detached homes, semi-detached homes, townhouses, and condo apartments. And we're looking at how much these prices have changed over the past 12 months. So we've got January 2021 and January 2022. First, looking at detached, our average detached home is selling for $1,741,000. That's up 28% over the past 12 months. Our average semi-detached home is selling at $1,312,000. This is up 31.5%. For townhomes, these have appreciated the most. They're now selling at an average of $1,083,000, whereas last year they were selling for $803,000. That's a 34.8% increase. And then with the condo apartments, we can see they're up by 24.5%, now selling with our average price at $748,000. And then in this chart here, we can see our 5-year historical average price. So what we're doing is we're comparing the month of January throughout the years 2018 to 2022. So because we're only looking at the month of January from each year, we're taking away from seasonal fluctuations, and this will give us a better idea of the average price, because over the past 13 years in the Greater Toronto Area, the market has been seasonal, in which we can expect a higher average price during the spring and during the fall, and we can also expect more activity with listings and sales. So we can see the average price in January 2022, as discussed, $1,242,000. In 2021, the month of January, it was $967,000. That's a very significant increase, the most significant one year to year yet. In 2020, it was $839,000, 2019, $748,000, and 2018, $735,000. So we're nearly double the price we were at in 2018. So this data really shows that real estate can be a very good investment. In fact, it's incredible how many calls I get saying, Michael, I shouldn't have sold my property last year, or I shouldn't have sold my property back a few years ago, because prices have continued to increase. So if you are considering cashing out of your investment or selling your home, then definitely call me. The prices could really not be too much better, especially while our inventory is low. And if you are an ambitious real estate agent looking for a brokerage, then definitely contact me regarding EXP. We can talk about their training, the stock ownership, and revenue share, where you also get paid to invite other agents to the brokerage. And I look forward to seeing you all next time. Be sure to subscribe if you got value from the video, and drop your comment below. I want to know about your market predictions or your general feedback on the video, and I will look forward to seeing you all next time.